don't know. Shit is a lot more magical than that's the only fucking word I can come up with. As of right now, anyway, seems a lot beyond comprehension. The only fucking alien shit. Why the fuck you call them? Like, what the fuck you mean alien? Another dude that was formed some type of way, just like another motherfucker. Then there was another motherfucker. Fuck that. Even if we clone some motherfuckers, we're cloning something that was formed already. Talk about the things that form things and the forming. Like a fucking egg or an embryo and a sperm cell. I mean, the fact that the sperm cell is growing is predominantly the masculine aspect of everything. The only thing feminine about it is that the only thing feminine about that whole episode is the egg being penetrated. But the whole process is more so predominantly masculine because the whole fact that within the egg it's like let's just say an opposing force that motivates creation or motivates more forming and then more development or whatever. And talk about the fucking I mean, if it matters at all, the fucking creation of man or us or whatever. It's more like words and definitions and shit. Like one little dot within a whole bunch of other dots that would continuously define itself amongst the other dots. There would be no defining if there weren't the other dots encompassing it. So then the process grows. Then you'll have the dominant dot of that space. But all the other dots are just going through somewhat of the same stage that the dominant dot perhaps in earlier developments went through in earlier stages. It's like an expression of a word, man. It's in the Bible. Said somewhat more differently and less I would think less more mysteriously. That's just the way they were talking. That's just the way they talk. Pretty sure they were trying to be simple with it. Just like Thoth or the Emerald Tablets and all that shit. Other part is why the flesh, why we look like that, because that's what the fuck we are. That's what we chose, man. This is the image of our purpose, our intent, our definition, what we saw to as the most capable or the most efficient anatomy in existence in this world or in the realm of reality. You look at yourself, you see what you think is supreme in a sense. Or like some shit like that. Nah. Let me get a little bit more in depth of the whole how we manifest in this flesh. Or you can look at the processes that would make time. Start off with that, perhaps. Look at the processes that would in a I guess you say in a deeper frame of thought would make time irrelevant, seeing as though the dots encompassing that one dot are found in the stage that one dot was once before in, and it's just like every fucking where. So yeah, that would kind of make time irrelevant. Like there's no time at all, seeing as though that as far back as you can go, there was always that dot amongst other dots, which was once amongst one dot itself, type shit. It would first seem disappointing, but it's just the way it goes. Some almighty shit. You got oh yeah, back to the more interesting part. People always trying to fucking. So what? You gotta. They don't have shit to do with creation. If you do have a being that came from another galaxy or was that smart a while back, I'm pretty sure it's not fucking. Once time is irrelevant, I'm pretty sure you may have advanced civilizations, just as we would be sooner or later. The more we form in our technology and common senses, and we may be able to do the same shit, but it don't make a difference. Obviously there's levels of maturity anyway. People like us that, it's all concepts. Maturity. Accumulation of concepts is like defining more specifically a word. Anyway, so it wouldn't be fucking surprising, give a fuck, if there's let's just all calm down and try not to lick any balls here. It's gracious. If it's another civilization, that was another civilization. Obviously, we could have had more progress with this and that had they not been playing around with some other shit. They left us to be us, whether it be in a hurricane or this and that and all that shit. Perhaps they did try to tell motherfuckers some stuff and it just wasn't getting through. I'm empathetic to that issue. So it's not that big of a deal if there was another Anunnaki in it. Motherfuckers are ugly anyway. Big long ass heads and shit. Whoop. Look at us. I mean, I'm pretty sure, and like the only thing about the gorilla. I mean, I'm going to hold this mankind down because I'm not a fucking. I don't worship anything other than the progress of us as a whole, perhaps to some extent. To some extent, I mean, yeah. Otherwise, I don't have peace in my living space. So I would Terry here and Terry there, but as soon as I can give a fuck, the worse or the less immediate progress or conception of this whole little thing going on. But anyway, yeah. So what if it's a motherfucking other species or some shit? Think about it. Who wants a long ass head anyway? No disrespect, but fuck them. Only thing, she like the gorillas. They have thumbs on their feet. We can climb, we can do all that shit, but they can climb, they can use that to climb, but we can climb just as well, given the right repetitions and developments in certain areas, just like everything else. But guess what? They can't run like us. It'd be easier for that little fucking thumb down there to get caught on some shit. Simple as that. So as far as I'm concerned, we be the motherfuckers. We be that race. Anyway, now back to the development of us going, for the most part, really the most part, if there have been any additives or supplements, that's exactly what the fuck it was. It wasn't anybody creating shit about us. Other than the fucking Almighty. So there'll be no pointing any fingers. Other than the fact that maybe we find out that they was fucking putting in some shit that would slow the process down, then yeah, there'll be some pointing fingers, space guns and all that shit. But I mean, think about it, man. Them being what they are, don't be so fucking caught up into this damn. It's a reason why if there is a they, goddamn, it's a reason why they fucking are where they are and not amidst us. Because they got sense, man. They like to protect themselves. That's the most respect I got from them. They got sense enough to know that they would fuck us over if they had to. So get off the dick. So fucking sickening. I mean, I get the whole knowing some shit, and that's cool. It's always good to know about what's going on around you. But anyway, yeah, affirmative. Oh yeah, to the whole development of the anatomy and all that shit. Like I said, bruh, that's what we is, man. This the generation. This was the word within us and our essence of our anatomy when we was that little dot amongst dots. Just kind of giving an example here. Was that little substance amongst substances. We could not be substance unless there was being amongst substances, and then more forming takes place. It's like a let there be light type shit in your own existence. Then you divide it. Not let that. Like I said, bro, we trying to look at. I mean, like I said, it's pretty cool to see how the Bible we have is inconsistency with what's going on, because with what everybody else wrote down, because it's simply the truth. It's just the truth gonna be there anyway, and then somebody gonna say something about it sooner or later, because they sought truth. You can't do so in vain, though. People read or listen to, people read the Bible or listen to Thoth in all types of vanity. It was about 2 or 3 times the motherfucker was pretty much getting off in people's asses when I was listening to him, and then he'll switch back to some, intellectual shit, which is that's how you kind of gotta be, Then he switched back to, and then spoke as a hypocrite of what he was switching back. It's like he, for a second, got possessed or some shit. Gotta think, bruh. Gotta think and listen. Even with me. But that shit, that still at the same time, I'ma be honest. You can rest assured that I'm not sitting here saying the wisdom is mine and all that. I have yeah, motherfucker, I know some shit. Yeah, but I can say that anyway. But listen to the words come out of my motherfucking mouth after I say I know some shit. Just listen. I ain't saying some shit like look to me or say my name and shit. Fuck out of here. You get caught up in that shit, man. Unless you really know how to say somebody's name with this whole vibrating shit and the meditating shit, but that's just gay. You might as well just say your own damn name if that's the case. Because it's all the object of maturity. Or subject or whatever. So what the fuck would that mean, man? This whole where I'm pretty sure it falls under this the genealogical numbers. That's the whole circle of time thing, because we all, just like everything has a fucking position. It's like on the clock. It's a position. It's a hand, and it's a fucking position, and all that shit. Just like I got this face. A face that looks like my face is still not my motherfucking face, but its own face, and it's all a position lined up. You understand? So I'm pretty sure the whole manifestation uh of the body, of the body has a lot to do with motherfucking numbers and shit. Don't get caught up into the moms and the fathers, and then they do that there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's that. Yeah. But it's kind of like I'm gonna add this to it. The conception of a individual in the womb, it is fate because it's like a number, but at the same time, because there is really no time, there's the free will, and you can kind of forget about fate, because when you being you're choosing where to go and all that shit. You can then think about it, man. You could have went that way instead of that way. You end up over there. Don't lie and say I was always going, motherfucker. You could have went that way if you wanted to. The only thing you can say is that you right there, or you some motherfucking well type shit. We'll get off into that shit later, but the let's just talk about the birth and the whole manifestation and the molding and what that shit mean about the goddamn the doggone well, it say the man was formed in the form of the dust. I mean, well, what it must, just to be more specific of what the King James said, Mr. Thoth Goers, the King James version of the Bible. Well, let's just say the Bible for now, but King James version. I mean, he is my people, and he don't have I'm pretty sure don't have an egghead and shit. So yeah, in the body of this body, like I said, in any fucking body or manifestation from here to there, whatever dimension, they all had to learn the same shit. All the pictures on fucking the Harry Potter movies that was moving left to right and shit. They had to know in their little existence about what truth is, man. So anyway, we all fall under this whole almighty thing. I ain't gonna spend much time about this shit. I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers talk about aliens and Anunnakis and all this shit. That's you just giving a nickname to niggas like us. Fuck. Give a fuck. Can't give a fuck. Only thing I give a fuck is about a formidable foe. That's why I gotta watch animal fucking videos all day. I'm really not supposed to be. I mean, shit. It's easier for y'all motherfuckers. But let's see here. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts. Okay, yeah, nah, that's not it. Now where he say chapter 2 and chapter 2 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. It's like he's formed of the dust. I just said this shit earlier. I'm about to repeat myself again, not that quick. But and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Now, like I said, man, kinda gotta be careful what you read from and all that shit, because they try to, you get off into the Lord God form, man, does then you, all this shit we always, somebody else did some shit. Let's put it like this. The father of us, well, of a man, let's just say a daddy. I ain't trying to get all poetic and shit. Ain't trying to get all poetic and shit. A father has sperm cells and shit. And the about he got how many he got in there, what he got to do with him, what he do with him, that's his business. But he got him in there. So he got him in there. And then she proceeds through life and shit. They been in certain numbers and shit. It's like a genealogical, because it's in his experience. They all got different little faces, the little motherfuckers, or to be faces, but they all seeds. Just like you got a motherfucking seed right now. If I crush the seed, I crush the seed, and there's no more that seed developing. Not that one. On land. I mean, but everything gotta go some motherfucking what? It was a waste. But in wasting something, there is something spilled. So, anyway, there's the motherfucking seed. Let's just say a cannabis seed. But anyway, or plant seed. Anyway, it's a seed, and it's to be something. So you go back to the sperm cells. It's a seed, and it's to be something. But or say that the cannabis seed, they drop down from the herb once the female plant or whatever makes or grows or whatever, which it went through its own process. It went through, but during those elements of growing has a lot to do with how that seed formed until it's finished process of a whole seed. Has a lot to do with it. So there's a number being generated. It's the genealogical aspect. There's a number being generated. Just like in the motherfucking seed of the sperm. And daddy walk around, he doing whatever the fuck he doing. And little did a motherfucker know is that whatever seed catches that egg and the numbers that form thereof, but by the time it catches the egg, by the time it catches the egg, or by the time it leaves the old the old gravy pot, but by the time it leaves the by the time it get up out of there and then it goes into it swims to the egg, it already has its numbers, you know what I'm saying? And pop, it's cool, boom, bada bing, you know, it's a face there now, you know? This is just a general idea. You know, you get all specific about the shit later with all your tools and all that shit. But it's just a general idea. And then it pop up in there and it's forming. Now it got something to grow in. Now the numbers is not there. Now it's developing. Which is still gonna have a lot to do with the old gal, about what type of environment is in. That's she the one got the eggs and shit. But the cell is the cell, and The egg is the surroundingness. So that's what that is. So now let's just say like this here. This is a number. And we're going back to the irrelevant times. This is a number. This is a principle. This is a fucking word. This number is a word. It is a physical word. The number that was generated of whatever experiences that this man went through just so happened to already be a word. And that word was you and you and you and you. And I got one over there, I got one over, got a couple more coming. They was already some motherfucking words coming. I mean, not to get all erotic and shit, but that's the whole point. So the word, it was that little special number spelt the name, bruh. And then it crowns the womb, is in development. But like I said, there's all types of things going on outside of it as well anyway. But this is also forms of development and shit. I mean, to go back into the whole process of being born probably means that I mean, we get off into that shit later, but somebody knew what the fuck I was about to start talking about when I said this whole boring thing. But yeah. Because there's really only one you, and we get off into eternal. Was there a me before? Wait a second. You ain't before you. You here. You now. You know what I'm saying? It's just, other than you get off into some sticky shit when you trying to point out you in a different fucking in history or some shit. It's highly unlikely. You can't do that shit, or you gonna end up being another you again, and that ain't good.